What is going on today, guys? As you know, I am a huge CCIV fan and it is a big part of my portfolio. So when I see a down about 4.5% day, I want to know why, and I'm going to bring that information to you guys because I know a lot of you guys are CCIV investors as well and could benefit from this information. Now, in this video, we are also going to go over the short data around CCIV and a projected merger date close where we will start trading for Lucid Motors. Give you guys the details about that as far as how many CCIV shares will equal one Lucid Motors share. So we're going to get into everything you guys need to know. The only thing that I do ask is that you tap, tickle, touch, or smash the like button, as well as comment down below and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. If you guys don't do those things, I don't think you want more videos like this. But with that being said, make sure to check out the link down below for public. No need to even link a bank account or a credit card or none of that fancy jazz. You get your stock immediately and it is literally free money. Now, if you also want to be a part of the buy and sell alerts, we have been killing it down there. Check that out for yourselves. But yeah, we were down about 4.5% today, losing $1.14. And this is a rather bad sell-off considering where we were at throughout even the past week, or really when you pull it out to the month, it looks phenomenal, right? Going from a low of about $18, we were even at about $17, all the way up to almost $27. And we did clip over 27 for a brief period, but seeing some resistance around there. And like you guys know, it's about 10% of my portfolio, all that good jazz, $3,600 in here. I'm still positive 3.62%. So I do have skin in the game when I talk about CCIV. But getting into the data, guys, keep in mind this is the T+2 settlement time. So most of this is coming back for Thursday and Friday of last week. And we did have a short interest change of 0.3%, return shares of 3.89 million, borrowed shares of 4.02 million. So we did have shares that were actually sold short, a net positive of 130.75 thousand shares. So they are actually continuing to short CCIV as of late last week. So nothing too crazy here. Share utilization still at about 95%. Days to cover still at about the same. Nothing has changed too much. Current short interest percentage of free float 18%. Nothing has really changed from there. It did go up a little bit. Estimated shares that are currently sold short of 37.12 million. So not too much has changed from here. The short interest has went up a little bit, but we do have some more insight into what will actually happen with the expected closing date, right? When CCIV will merge into Lucid Motors and start trading as Lucid Motors. And I do think that will be a very good thing, as a lot of institutions aren't willing to take on the risk of investing in the SPAC right now in case it didn't go through. You would lose about 45% of your investment. Put $10 million in, you'd lose $4 million. You put it in that kind of terms, institutional investors, they're not going to be investing in the SPAC as of right now. But I think the reason CCIV fell off, it is quite simple, or sold off today. I shouldn't say fell off, but sold off. We were at about 22 million in volume, 23 million, 20, and then we started dropping, and today we only had 7 million in volume, not even 7.5 million in volume. So I do think there's a lack of volume here, and there's probably is a lot of short sellers continuing to short sell the stock. So that is really why CCIV fell off today, or sold off today. Why do I keep saying that? But I don't think there's anything significant here. At least I couldn't find anything that was significant. Now, as far as the actual news, right? And we need to talk about this. It says the approaching endgame. Lucid Motors and CCIV Capital Corp may consummate their merger agreement by the 23rd of July as per the latest filing. It says, let me see. As per the form S4/A filed by CCIV with the SEC just moments ago, the SPAC has disclosed the 23rd of July as the assumed closing date for the merger agreement with Lucid Motors. It says, in quotes, this is from the filing, each Lucid common share issued and outstanding immediately prior to closing will be automatically surrendered in exchange for the right to receive a number of shares of CCIV's Class A common stock equal to the exchange ratio as defined herein based on the equity value, assuming a closing date of July 23rd, 2021, and that Lucid will have 325.0 million in net cash as of 2 business days prior to the closing date. Among other things, we expect that the exchange ratio will be approximately 2.595 shares of Churchill's Class A common stock for each issued and outstanding Lucid common share. So in English, guys, if you owned, 100 shares, divide it by 2.5. If you own 100 shares of CCIV, divide by 2.5. I'm not too great with math, but I do believe you'd receive about one share for every, 2.5 shares, one share for almost every 3 shares of Lucid Motors. So if you had 100 shares, you'd probably walk away with about 30 shares, a little bit less than that, 25, 30 shares, something like that. I'm not too good at math, so I'm not going to try to front to you guys like I am, but it says, bear in mind that Churchill Capital still has not yet announced a definitive date on which its shareholders will be required to approve the merger agreement with Lucid Motors. However, given the assumed closing date of the 23rd of July in today's filing, the crucial vote is likely to take place a couple days prior to the designated date. And that is how these things work, right? Everybody that owns CCIV has a right to vote if they actually want the merger to go through. Now, 99 out of 100 times it does go through in case or in certain situations where, let's say, the shares are backed at $15. If CCIV shares are trading under $15, people probably aren't going to accept the merger and actually merge the company, right? So you do have a right to vote on this, but considering CCIV is much higher than its $15 SPAC price, I do think the merger will go through, like 99% of them do, right? But essentially what it is saying as well, we don't know the exact date, but they do think the 23rd of July will be that day that we will actually start trading for as Lucid Motors, for people that own CCIV. Now, the vote will probably happen a couple days before that, probably July 21st or the 2nd. Sometimes you have the vote one day, and then they start trading as the actual company the very next day. So that is very, very positive news. And if we do assume they're telling the truth, that is a little bit over 1 month away. So I do think there is a huge trade to be made here, as well as the actual investment in Lucid Motors for the long term. Because like I said, quite frankly, a lot of institutions, if they didn't get in at that initial offering for the PIPE investors, for the private investors, they did not buy into CCIV. We never even came close to $15. I guess we did at about $17 to $18, but still, if you are investing a large capital amount, you're risking millions and millions of dollars if the merger did not go through. And at one point right there, people were questioning the merger like it might not go through. When it was at $17, $18, people are like, hey, this is going under 15, and then in that case, the vote would probably not be approved, right? People would probably just want their $15 per share back. But it says, so what today's development mean for Lucid Motors bulls? Well, we've been noting in some of our recent posts that SPACs have began to outperform the broader market in the run-up and the immediate aftermath of the merger vote. Exactly what I was just saying. Given that we are now just a few weeks away from assuming closing date, CCIV shares would start to seriously outperform if the prevailing trend holds true. Basically, a chart about the SPACs, and yeah, they are starting to recover. We see this across the whole range of SPACs. Of course, Lucid Motors also won an important designation recently, with Tesla canceling the Plaid Plus version of its Model 3. The Air EV is now the only electric sedan in the world with a range of over 500 miles. The EV is expected to hold onto its prestigious designation until NIO's ET7 sedan starts hitting the road in 2022. But keep in mind, there is a big difference here between NIO and CCIV, or Lucid Motors, I should say. If you want a 500-mile vehicle and you are in America or even Canada or anywhere close to here, Europe's going to be the first place NIO is actually going to, Norway specifically. But if you are in any of these countries that NIO is not in yet, especially America, you don't have a choice if you want that extra range for your vehicle. So there is a little bit of difference here. I think it's kind of jaded, it's not right to say that it's kind of comparing it to NIO. NIO is mainly in China and they're going into Europe, where Lucid Motors is going into Europe, but it's not going to be too much competition. There is a lot of EVs in Europe anyways, but I do think America will be its biggest market along with Canada. So that is pretty much it for this. July 23rd will be the day to watch. Up until that, we should get an actual merger day announced at least a week or two before this. So I would estimate by the end of the month, literally by the end of June, we could have an announced merger day, and this will send CCIV shares skyrocketing. At least I think so. That is why I do have some trades in this. Now, I do have AMC's chart pulled up. I'm going to pull up CCIV so we can do a little bit of chart analysis and see what it does look like. Now, we are on the 1 hour candlesticks. We are coming and literally sitting at our support level, our major support level at $24 per share. This is where we've seen a lot of action, guys. 1, 2, 3 tops, and then we are finding some good support right here. So I don't think we'll fall tomorrow, especially because this day did just come out literally today. So I don't think we're going to continue to fall tomorrow unless we do see just an overall market sell-off. That is not what I do think, though. We are under our 50-day moving average, but we are above our 200-day moving average. So if we can stay above this 200-day moving average, which is currently at $23.77, it does look very, very good here. As far as the MACD, it does look pretty bearish. And the RSI is actually in oversold territory, so that's kind of interesting. We were only down about 4.5%, but the RSI is already oversold, so I do expect some kind of bounce here soon, and we'll probably trade in between this $24 and $27 range for the immediate future until this day is actually announced. I don't really expect to go down much further, but if we do, another level to watch would be about this $22 mark, and then under that $20 will serve as a solid support. And I am convinced there is no way we're going back to $20 before this actual merger vote comes out, because I don't think we would sink on the merger vote. But especially after that, we're not going back under these prices. At least I don't think so. If it does happen, I'm going to lose a little bit of money on these options, but the overall picture does look good. We are in a bearish downtrend. I can't not point that out for you guys. So we're going to have to see this reversal, and this is I mean, 4 bottoms when you see this riding this trend line. So definitely in a bearish pattern, but this could change at any moment, and that is what I am really looking for. As far as my options, I still have options in this total return of $50. Sold this covered call for 120 bucks. I am up 50% on that, or $60. I am actually down on these, down $6 on these. In the last video I was positive on these, but I got the August 20th $40 calls for $141. I'll probably flip out of these when the merger vote is announced and we do see that run up, along with the short squeeze that I do think is coming. CCIV $30 call for July 16th. I don't like these as much, but we will get this catalyst, so I do think these will be very good. And I shouldn't say these because it is only one. Bought these for $141. It's currently $137, so I am down $4 on this. Considering the day we had today and how much the contracts actually did lose quite a bit of value, I don't think it was a bad day overall, and I do expect that bounce come tomorrow. So that is pretty much everything you guys need to know with CCIV stock, from the short interest, the expected merger date, the technical levels, and my position. So if there's anything I left out, if there's some bit of information I did not come across, let me know that down below in the comment section, as well as make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And if you guys want to stay up to date with the moves that we are making in the buy and sell alert community, make sure to check that out, link down below in the description, as well as get up to $2,300 in free stock using the link for Webull, and get up to $70 in your choice of free stock using the link for Public. It is literally free money, no need to even link a bank account or deposit anything. You get your stock immediately, even if it is in after hours at midnight, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't matter, you get your free stock. With that being said, I do apologize for some of the stuttering and mumbling around. There's a lot to talk about today, so I wanted to get this video out to you guys as soon as possible so you understand where we do currently sit with CCIV. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.